Okay, good evening viewers outside there. Here is Ahimsiwe George. You are in Utajenjera village. It is in Chitura sub-county, Kashonji County, Chirugura district. You are here at Ankore Multiple Agricultural Innovation Farm, where we are having different enterprises. One of them is this urban farming. We have banana macro propagation as one of the projects. So we do banana macro propagation from here, where we multiply bananas. We also try to control diseases of bananas through technology called banana macro propagation. So we also have sack gardening. This technology we plant from sacks or empty cement bags. We plant there cabbages, dodo, what we call amaranthus, tomatoes, green peppers, and many more. We also have cake gardening as one of the techniques where I'm seated here. It is here in the background. We plant in different steps. Like in first step, we plant like cabbage. In the second step, we plant green pepper or any other vegetable. So these different vegetables, they have helped the farm through getting income, through people get employment opportunities from here, because we always get different people who always come here, work and earn some money after the end of the day. Also, we established this innovation such that our youth and women can get skills. So why we started this one was also to show people that even if you have some small piece of land, you can use it optimally. So our vision was, how can we utilize the land? How can we utilize the land maximally? Because here we are showing people how to plant in smaller pieces, in sacks, in everything, so that you can also earn and get what to eat. So we have trained or skilled very many youth and women at large, and people were actually giving us testimonies that they have learned many things from here, and others have started establishing them in their homes. So one of the achievements is that many youth have been skilled, many female gender, they have been skilled. Even the other community farmers have also been skilled, and this one gives us an upper hand in helping the community. So we still have another challenge of pests and diseases which affect these vegetables. So we are trying to solve them through spraying with some of the pesticides, so that we can solve that challenge. Another problem we have is safety, because we still have people who don't want to work in the community. That's why I started this initiative, so that we can keep on training people so that they can live safety and resort to working. So I'm calling upon government and other stakeholders to always intervene. I started this initiative last year, 2024, in September, starting with planting napier grass, having a demonstration farm. So why I started this was about skilling. I wanted to start skilling youth and women specifically, as the president has been all along been fighting to eradicate poverty in our youth and women. So I started this initiative of skilling to again improve on what the president has been saying. So now we are doing what we call forage conservation. We make hay, we make silage from here, from the grasses we are establishing at the farm. Then after harvesting, we make silage and hay from those grasses. So we have also been training youth how to establish pastures and how to manage them. Then after all that kind of work, we train them how to conserve them, and women specifically. But now we have gone far to train them in urban farming. urban farming, we are training them how to use a small piece of land and harvest much money from it. So we get empty tins, empty basins, the broken bottles, empty sacks, empty cement bags. Then we put soil in them, mix it with manure, then we plant our seeds or seedlings. After, then we try to manage those seedlings until we harvest. That's why we are saying, let us utilize our small pieces of land and get what others should have got. So at the farm, as I have said, we have a variety of enterprises, and those enterprises, we are working on them so that we continue skilling our youth. So I want to first thank Ripple Effect. Ripple Effect supported us through giving us pasture seeds. As we are using them now, we harvest, then we also sell to our farmers. So Ripple Effect has done very great work in skilling the youth in work. So at the farm, we have different varieties of pastures. One, we have green leaf, desmodium. We have alfalfa. We have Bracharia Murato 2 and Bracharia Saiman. We have Chloris Guyana. We have Pakchong. We have Kakamega. Recently, we are trying to establish Chicory. So all those kind of varieties of pastures, we have established them at the farm, and we are looking forward to establishing more pastures at the farm, so that our farmers can get variety of pastures for their animals to eat during dry periods. So achievements, youth have gained more skills here at the farm because they have been trained on how to do fodder conservation, making silage and hay, even making mineral blocks. So if we can get at least support from government or any other stakeholders, at least we can train more youth and women in skilling. So the farm, as I said, we are skilling, but the challenge now, one, we don't have training facilities. We would be having very many students, very many farmers to come and train from here, but the challenge, we don't have enough accommodation. So now we allow those ones who come for 1 day training, then they go 5 days, but they come, train and go home. They don't sleep here. So if we can get at least accommodation, then the farm will be doing much more things. So here we are at urban and peri-urban farming. In this kind of farming, we have different techniques. One, we have sack gardening, that it is here under the tree. We have tower garden, which is here, and free gardenings. So one, I'm trying to show people that you can try and plant what you have in a small piece of land. Just is to minimize the kind of land you have and get the harvests after. So we are training people how to plant from sacks. We are training people how to plant from here, this tower garden. So then maintain those plants in those gardens, then manage them up to harvesting. Meaning here you can also harvest as the other person of large scale. So in this kind of farming, we have different techniques that we use at this farm. One, we have self-irrigated garden. Here, this is what I mean. So in this self-irrigated garden, we cut this bottle by a half. Then the bottom part, we put water, and in this part, we put soil. In this soil, we put the cotton cloth. Cotton cloth will aid in bringing water from down up to the upper part through capillary attraction. This is the kind of innovation that I have brought to show that even water, even though it comes from down up to upper part through roots, but we can also use cloth it sucks water from down up to upper part. Then the plant will suck water from this area, not down. Okay, once again, I welcome you here. With me here, I have a forage cutter, or you can call it chaff cutter. So initially, we used to chop our pastures using manual labor. That's where we used to chop our grasses with pangas. But currently, government has given us the forage cutter, chaff cutter. Of now, it has tried to help us in cutting because it cuts the grasses in a short period of time than manual labor. And we use it to cut ourselves when chopping those pastures, but currently we are using this machine and it cuts very fast, and the tonnage is a bit bigger than using manual labor. So achievements, youth have gained more skills here at the farm because they have been trained on how to do fodder conservation, making silage and hay, even making mineral blocks. So if we can get at least support from government or any other stakeholders, at least we can train more youth and women in skilling. Here we are in the garden of Napier called pakchong grass. Pakchong is a type of grass that is used to feed our animals. Here we are in the garden measuring 1.5 acres of land. So this Napier, we use it to make silage, so that during dry periods our animals can get what to eat. Like in this cattle corridor area, we are affected much by drought. So in the drought period, we always use the silage made from Napier grass, of which is pakchong. Then we feed to our animals. Then another one, we are training even youth and women from here, how we plant it, how we manage it, how we establish until we harvest. So we have been training from day one up to now. Then we also go and make a silage. So one of the problems we are facing here at the farm, one, it is the scarcity of water. We don't have much water that we can irrigate this whole garden you are seeing. Another one, this kind of pakchong, it is new in this area, so it is expensive to buy. But I have tried to buy it, then I establish on the large scale such that I can at least solve it through planting on large scale. Then I start selling other farmers to go and establish, because this one, it is hairless. Why we chose to plant this one? It is hairless, it does not affect animals when they are eating, and also when you are harvesting, it cannot affect you because it doesn't have those hair-like structures on their surfaces. So in this area that I'm talking about, we always get 700,000 shillings to 1 million after selling our silage made from it. But of course, we have not yet, there is some part we have not yet started harvesting, but we hope to reach to 2 million when we start harvesting in that area that is not yet reached at that level. So my target market one, I have dairy farms, of which there are people from Kazo district, from Churhura, from Barara, from Kamwenge. People have started coming to buy these products. I mean silage and hay. Mostly when they come, they also connect me to other farms or other farmers. Then they come here and get their silage and hay. Then I'm calling upon government and other stakeholders, NGOs, to come and support this farm. Because this farm, it started on the basis of skilling. Because now the government is working much more on skilling, especially youth, especially women, and because they are vulnerable groups they are targeting, and of which me as the youth, I have already started. So I'm calling upon government and other NGOs to come and see what is on the ground and start supporting the farm so that we can continue producing and producing. So one of my future plans is to establish much more Napier to go up to 5 acres. I have 1.5 now, so I want to establish up to 5 acres of land of this Napier so that I can produce on large scale when getting silage and the fresh one. Another one is to also continue skilling more youth that are in the village and outside, at the level of Western Uganda and the whole country at large. Because I want to have that skilling center to continue. So welcome here at urban and peri-urban farming. So in this kind of farming, we have different techniques that we use at this farm. One, we have self-irrigated garden. Here, this is what I mean. So in this self-irrigated garden, we cut this bottle by a half. Then the bottom part, we put water, and in this part, we put soil. In this soil, we put the cotton cloth. Cotton cloth will aid in bringing water from down up to the upper part through capillarity attraction. This is the kind of innovation that I have brought to show that even water, even though it comes from down up to upper part through roots, but we can also use growth from it sucks water from down up to upper part. Then the plant will suck water from this area, not down. We are at urban and peri-urban farming. In this kind of farming, we have different techniques. One, we have sack gardening, that it is here under the tree. We have tower garden, which is here, and free gardenings. So one, I'm trying to show people that you can try and plant what you have in a small piece of land. Just is to minimize the kind of land you have and get the harvests after. So we are training people how to plant from sacks. We are training people how to plant from here, this tower garden. So then maintain those plants in those gardens. Then manage them up to harvesting. Meaning here you can also harvest as the other person of large scale.
Patience to come here, Senior 4B at Kashonji High School, because we have learned a lot of things and it was very beneficial to me.
So in agriculture and another thing, agriculture is a very good subject. We have projects, we have our cattle there, we have our banana plantations, piggery, we have poultry.
We are running 5 projects. Number 1, we are doing poultry. Poultry, this is a project more of birds. We have ducks, we have hens, we have turkeys, and we are bringing these big bats called the mongoose, these ones. That is one. Again, we have a project of cattle. Cattle here, we have animals, we have goats, we have pigs, and others. Also in crop section, we have a project of mangoes, fruits, orchards. We have a big area of orchards, fruits. Here we have mangoes, we have oranges, we have citrus. Again, we are starting a project of fish, what we call pods, using ponds. What we have achieved, one, is what we call time freedom. Everyone needs time freedom. We have time freedom. For example, no one, I'm a boss. I'm not having a big boss that, why you not here? I'm the boss. That is what we call time freedom. I have achieved time freedom. Again, I have achieved weekly payments. These businesses pay us weekly. We don't wait for the months. We don't wait for the years. We get money weekly, monthly, and even sometimes per day. Way of recent, we have had a collaboration with the Netherlands. These are white people who are from Netherlands or Dutch people they are more emphasizing in agriculture, especially in animal section. They are also in crop, but a small extent, but big extent in animal section. Yes, you can get with the Netherlands, the Dutch people. We have them. And we both have the markets, a global market and a local market. Local market, here we sell to our staff room. They are our local market, or else we take them within the market in the center. That is our local market, or else we drive them to Ruvindi, Wizwera, and Mbarara market. There are people there outside who are asking, me, I don't have capital. I'm just from campus. I have just finished senior 6. I don't have capital. No, the capital is the head. How does the capital become a head? This is the head where you use to think. Can a person like this use a sack? A sack is 1,000. And you can cut the sack into three parts, the upper, the middle, and the lower part, where all those ones become sources of land. We fill those sacks with soil, that is our land. So in capital, we need small capital, like 50,000 can start a big business and yield much. Here we are looking at a small start and brings about bigger earnings. That's why we are looking at urban farming. My message to youth who are looking at me, this is the way to go. We are in a big population where Uganda is developing here and then. Every time we are in a big population, we are looking at coming from the job seekers to what we call job creators by doing what we call urban farming. So my message to you, please, let us embrace this message of urban farming, whereby every youth running an enterprise.
There is no available land. You have to use tin bags or pot bags.
I decided to take agriculture because of many careers, like being a veterinary doctor,